Let's talk about the new update for College Football 26. Now, this video here is sponsored by EA, as they did allow me to get early footage of this update before it's officially in-game tomorrow. They dropped the notes today that this is a pretty big update because they are adding a brand new game mode, which is not something that EA typically does this late into the year, so this is a pretty big deal. There's also some other things in this update to go over as well, but the main focus is going to be on the new game mode that was added, but we will talk about everything you can expect in this update. And if you are new to the channel and you never want to miss out on any updates for this game or any of the news we're going to be getting soon on the next College Football 27 game, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you don't miss any of these important videos when they go live. So let's first start with the new mode that was added in this update, because that is the bulk of the update. It is the biggest part of it, and it is actually a new draft mode. A brand new game mode to EA Sports College Football 26, Cut Draft Mode lets you compete head-to-head using custom lineups built through a shared draft pool. Unlike previous Ultimate Team draft modes from EA Sports titles, matchmaking for the multiplayer Cut Draft Mode can now happen before you draft any players, so both opponents select from the same pool of player items. For solo drafts, you'll draft directly against the CPU. Now, this is pretty cool because we've been wanting draft to come back to Madden, and hopefully it will after this, but we've never had this inside of college football, so it's completely brand new to this series. Now, on the screen here, you can see to access draft mode, you do need to go inside of Ultimate Team, and then you want to go over to the draft tab, and that'll enter you into the Cut Draft mode. And then you'll have the option to do a solo draft versus the CPU or a head-to-head draft. And the fact that you're drafting versus your opponents and the CPU with the same pool of players is also pretty cool. So if I pick a certain player, then the opponent cannot pick them. So here you can see this is the Stars of the Season draft. It's going to be the new promo coming to Cut. And it looks as though when they do these draft seasons, they're going to be going off of the latest promo. So you're also picking from the latest cards in the game, and you get to try those new cards out. So I can pick one player, and then now my opponent picks a player, and then it's my turn to pick once again. And once that player is drafted again, your opponent cannot pick that player, which is kind of a new twist on this version of draft. Now, it's also important to note that unlike previous draft modes, you're not starting with a base team. Your actual base team is going to be your current Ultimate Team. So you're bringing your team in there, and then you have 7 rounds where you're drafting from the latest players of the latest promo. And as the draft goes on, it goes 7 rounds deep. The later you go, the higher the chance of actually getting the higher tier players, like the limited players or the highest rated players, which is pretty cool because you now get to test these new players out before actually adding them to your Ultimate Team. Now, for me, I'm playing an early version of this, so it was kind of a work in progress, and I was on a brand new Ultimate Team account, so my base team is actually pretty bad. You can see it's all 60 overalls, but I'm just adding these 7 new players to that base team that was already there. So if you already have a good team, obviously your draft is going to depend on what team you already have. You're not going to want to get a quarterback on your team if you already have one of the highest rated quarterbacks, for example. You might want to go for different positions, so that is also something to keep in mind. Now, once you're done these 7 rounds, which you'll see right here, it's going to instantly load you into a game, and then you're going to start playing either versus the computer or head-to-head, depending on what type of draft you picked. Now, continuing on with the official notes from EA, it says there are several other features new to Cut Draft Mode that help set it apart. Depending on the specific Cut Draft event, players can choose to draft an entire lineup from start to finish or focus on key positions to round out their roster. Draft pools may include some of the newest player items and even special event items, giving players a chance to test top-tier content before adding it to their official Ultimate Team lineup. There will be more ways to play Draft Mode later this year. Stay connected through our social channels to learn more. Draft Mode launches in Ultimate Team on January 30th alongside the Stars of the Season program. During the Stars of the Season draft event, users will be able to earn coins and Stars of the Season champions upgrade tokens in head-to-head. The token will allow you to upgrade one of your Stars of the Season's champions that unlocks a 99 overall stat on the item. In solo play, you can earn coins and a 92 plus overall Stars of the Season player pack that contains an auctionable item. And on top of that, because they're introducing this at the end of the week, as well as Season 6 and the Stars of the Season promo, they're going to be having an open directory weekend from January 30th through February 1st. So during this event, you can simply watch any of your favorite Twitch streamers playing College Football 26 to earn drops. And it says throughout the weekend, you can earn up to 2 superstar tokens by just tuning in. So let me speak just a little further on the mode just to kind of round this out, and then we'll get into some other stuff that you need to know about this update. It is a bit different from the old school draft. If you are familiar with that, you're taking your ultimate team in there, but they did say in the notes that they can kind of switch this up, and they will do that later in the year. So right now it's just starting with the stars of the season draft. However, when there's other big promos, they're going to have different draft events for those promos, I'm sure. And I was told that they do have the ability to kind of add in the old school style draft to this, where it even said it in the notes where you'd be drafting an entire team instead of starting with the base team. And when I was recording this and talking to them, I even said that I think it would be a good idea if at some point that was kind of something you could always do, because there's two types of people that like draft modes. It's people that play Ultimate Team already, and they'd like to take their team in and earn rewards for their actual team. But there's another group of people that aren't maybe Ultimate Team diehards, but they like the idea of going in, drafting a team, and having an even playing field versus another team. So I think they should add that ability to do that kind of all the time in this, and I think at some point they're going to be playing around with that idea, so hopefully they do add that. But I do really like the idea that now with the draft mode, we're going to have updated player pools, and you're going to be drafting from the latest players so you can test them out before actually having to go get them on your actual team. That was one of the biggest issues with old draft. After the first couple of years it was in the game, the draft pool just didn't get updated that often, which made it kind of pointless to play. So I do like the fact that now we're going to always have updated draft pools when the draft is live. Now, in terms of rewards, here are the reward structures, at least on the version I was playing for this first season of Cut Draft. So you have the solo rewards, which obviously aren't going to be as good as head-to-head rewards, because head-to-head is a little bit tougher. So you're going to get coins for winning games. And then at the end, of course, like it said on the blog, you get a 92 plus overall player. So you may get a 92, but you could get one of the higher overall players. But no matter which player you get, the good thing about this is this player is auctionable. So it's not just tied to your account and you can't do anything with it. If you want to make some coins off of it or quick sell it for training, you can do that, which I think is a huge plus. Now, obviously, if you look at the head-to-head rewards, you're going to see, I think they're pretty solid. I mean, you're going to earn a lot of coins for these wins. And then when you get to the end, you get that token that you can use to upgrade one of the players from the program, which is pretty cool. Now, the blog for this update really only mentioned Cut Draft because that is really the bulk of this update. That's the main reason they're pushing this update forward. However, I did find that the new Shut F7 Pro helmet that people have been waiting for was added to the game, so I have that up on the screen now. We saw this get added to Madden about a week or so ago, and I said that it would be coming to college as well. Here it is now in College Football 26, so you can now equip this on your players, and there's a bunch of different face masks you can put on this as well. Some of these, I believe, were already in the game because they were used for the other Shut helmet, but they do have some new ones that you can add as well that were, I think, more specifically for this new helmet. So I know the equipment guys are happy to see this. In terms of other equipment, I couldn't find anything else that I saw that was new. If you guys find something when this drops, let me know, but I know for sure this was something new that was added. And I only had a limited amount of time to kind of record on this update, so I couldn't find any new helmets or uniforms. I did look briefly to try to see if some specific ones were in, and I didn't see any that were new. However, I do believe there probably are some new ones in this update. I just could not actually verify it for myself. So again, when this drops tomorrow, you may see some new helmets or alternate uniforms that were in the game. Probably not a bunch of new ones, but there may be a few. I just didn't really have the time to look through too many teams to see if I could find any, but I do believe there probably are some that are in the game. Now, while you're here, I'm sure you're wondering what's coming next in College Football 27. And if you want to know some early rumors for that game, make sure to check out this video right here on the screen.